It's March 17th, 2022. I'm watching and trying to learn. I tried to get my son in to watch the St. Patty's Day parade for his heritage, to learn pearls of wisdom and gems directly from whatever this is. Who puts this on? Apparently, they said something about the 69 Fighting Irish, and it's Brady's on there. And he's the 33rd. Yeah, really? Okay, great. Because I'm Nicole Cattaruzza. I'm August 3rd. And then I have an immaculate child, Alexander James. And he's also born on August 3rd. That's the 33rd. So I'm watching this New York with this a lot of intelligent, beautiful gems and pearls. Some I don't know, costume, whatever the attire. If they don't hold the banner, I mean, there was something that looked almost black blue, raven blue. It's hard to tell, with a royal blue with a red stripe. They were not holding a sign. I have no idea. Again, not labeled. It could be anyone as far as I'm concerned. In this all by myself position I've been left in my entire whatever. Being that this is where I fell out of, or when they put me in some room and told me it was school for learning. This is the room, had this in it at some point. So now I'm just doing Pop Secret work. That's what my son gives me yesterday for props on some kind of, with nothing on it except for the intelligence community's version of some calendar system with dates already printed on it. It's not like, and there's so few, it's pathetic. So now I'm like, oh, so there really is a Brady leading the intelligent Brady bunch at the Irish parade. Now here's the thing with basketballs and the orange skin looking, Ireland looks to have a very close flag to India, if I look on the larger scale of things. So I'm confused how you got a black, red, and green flag from Afghanistan and why the basketball orange skins are coming from Afghanistan now, because they're in Little Neck, inside New York State, inside the county of Queens. How on earth in this does my 111th precinct have, why do they no longer have this and an India affiliation? Why do they have some unannounced Afghanistan emblem and puzzle piece attached to my 111th precinct? I'm just curious, being that my feet are in this. And they claim to have an intelligence network in New York, although they never ever seem to want to engage in crazy when I go up to speak to them at the counter intelligence gate. So I don't really know, again, where to go for any kind of signs of life and intelligence, based on the fact that New York's like a shut-in, shut-out kind of event. Their basketball skins don't even match the flags that they were assigned. Doesn't Brady know this at Brady Bunch? I mean, does he need help? Does he know who to ask for help? It's clear as day. This and India definitely have some form of on peach, not a basketball kind of like crossover event. But what I'm confused at is how it got to this darkened event without announcement. or at least to my person. Nobody asked my permission if they could placard the 111th precinct in my district being 11 and District 26 for other things for my next gen. Still covered with this, although there's some problem at this White House. They had a break-in, a house break-in, and then a squatter that sat for 8 years. So I'm having to do a little bit of top secret work because I don't have a Brady Bunch representative of my own. Although I hear that in the roast beef territory of sportsmanship, there's a Zodiac boater, lifeboater, whatever, that shares a sundial Zodiac sign with myself. In familial members, possibly, kind of, sort of, but not really. So I don't know how Brady Bunch is working things. But I'll tell you who's not on my schedule at any point is anything 1976. And I know this Brady guy that's running the 33 fighting Irish or fighting whatever in New York. He's got some 1762, which makes 1976 even double trouble, which was already pre-announced. So I don't know why it wasn't fixed.
10 minutes come out to the table.
Right, when I'm searching for intelligent life on the TV and I see a whole lot of very handsome, looking familial, they gather in some kind of parade for, but then I've seen other parades. But I found white people in New York. I don't know if they just, some of them flew in for the day, is what one of the announcers said. But I don't know how many. But in proliferation, there's definitely a problem in my local area that I don't know if they even know how to intelligent properly up the right chain of command and flagpole.
Make upwards of 100 appearances a year. They're very involved in the community.
Oh yeah, very, very much a part of the community. And unfortunately, you see them mostly on sad occasions. I mean, there's so many funerals and things. We just saw Father Brendan go by there from Staten Island. He's their chaplain. And, Charlie Enright shouting up the kingdom.
See, those are my NYPDs that are in the local area and all about. They don't always look so congruent to the correct Kingdom gems. There is a mix of sports arena.
And in case you don't know what that is, the kingdom, he must be from Kerry if he's shouting up the kingdom. Because Kerry people maintain there's only two kingdoms, the kingdom of God and the kingdom of Kerry.
What can I say, being from Cork, we don't believe that. The president is making
Belfast.
And on your screen right now, we're starting to see the first of many waves of blue here on St. Patrick's Day. New York's finest marching, always a cherished tradition. We see our first responders marching, gathering, giving us a chance to say thank you for everything they do.
Just commenting on den napping, since some of the flags and some of the basketballs are not participating in sportsman behavior.
They do. It's a real celebration, and you'll notice in the crowd a lot of kids.
And the Garda Síochána are here as well. Look at, that's the Irish Guards. There they go.
The Irish
And I think that's an English
And there's a Bobby.
Bobby there too. I see a cap of an English Bobby there in the middle of it. Yeah, I do.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Look at that.
There you go. It helps when I put my glasses on. I can see things, guys.
I swear my favorite joke is, so if you run into a Bobby, do Bobbies have pins? I'm just saying, I don't know, the New York crew has pins, and now they got needles and all sorts of stuff.
Sometimes it helps. I don't know if it helps me, but I hear you. It does, something I noticed, this does become, New York becomes, as always, it's an international destination, but especially...
Here's this, whatever this is, for the 1762 problem that they've known about, that they put on numeracies. I was dragged into this unwillingly. There are signs that they've known about it.
We look forward to welcoming you to the Cliffs of Moher along the wild Atlantic Way.
And you're very welcome back indeed to...
Now, this is the Brady Bunch, or part of the Brady Bunch. With the 33rd and the 69th, I call them the Fighting Irish. They're always fighting about something. Used to be the Catholics and the Protestants, but whatever. But this is Joe Brady, not John Brady. I met him. And then there's a Tom Brady. He's a superstar.
To Fifth Avenue, St. Patrick's Day. Who else but Joe Brady? And Joe Brady, what is he doing today, Tressa?
Oh my goodness, Joe is taking his final trip up front as the piper for the Fighting 69 today. This is his 33rd consecutive day out on...
A piper. Again, I don't have Irish people that know these things. My only Irish woman that I had access to, she died of MS, ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease early, after being riddled with horrible anti-rhythmic disease and given pills like there was no tomorrow. Never helped her until she went on a ventilator and spent her last days horribly withered and gasping for air even on a ventilator, and then couldn't speak towards the end. But she had 10 kids on welfare in New York, was not taken care of properly either. And she didn't have time or knowledge of teaching of any of this stuff. I had very little access to her until she came to live with us, but even then, she was only 7 when she came here.
On front, it's an honor to know him, and it really is.
Oh, and there it is. It says, Joe Brady, congratulations on your 33rd and final year. 69th Regimental Pipe Major. That sounds important. I just don't know the full scale and severity of it. But I will tell you, I've been in New York since 1978. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. It's Earth.